What's up, beautiful child of God? Welcome back to the channel today. I am Y311H. Together, we shall be reacting to some incredible videos. But first, just like you know here, we gotta start with what really matters, setting our hearts and minds straight with the word of truth from the guide of life here. Today's verse, my friend, to open the show, comes from the book of Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 8. This is what it says. All things are wearisome, more than one can say. The eye never has enough of seeing, nor the ear its fill of hearing. What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun. Interesting. Let's say a short quick prayer, my friend, to manifest on that word and dive in on today's episode. Thank you, wonderful Father, mighty counselor of heaven and earth. Prince of peace, Father, we come before you today in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. We give you thanks for life, Father. Thanks for unity together with your child here, Father, to spread love and peace to the whole world. We pray that you might guide us through these videos, Father. Fill us with your Spirit, Father. Stir up our souls for your honor, dear Lord, and do great things and incredible things in this viewer's life. Bless them, Father. Give them all their sins, dear Lord. Feed them in your paths, Father, and give them joy and love, Father. For your goodness, we do pray, trusting and believing. Amen. Let's dive in, wonderful child of God. Peace and love all the way.
So you pull bread out, boom, top. You made my shit like that.
And that's freaking you out.
It's not freaking me out, it's just something I noticed. Look at this shit. So I didn't know which end to eat from. Because I'm like, well, that's the top and the bottom, and that's the top and the bottom.
So this man is cooking. He's onto something. You guys got to understand something. Because it's true. When you make sandwiches, the bread got to be the same direction. The tops have to meet. It has to be even. What psychopath would flip it upside down? It gives no order to the bread because you got to pick where you're going to bite. And the top of the bread, because it has those bumps in the side and has that curved top, that's the decision. You have some people who like the corners first, so they attack from a corner. And you can't do that if one top part is meeting with one bottom part. Like, this isn't just a little thing. It's really meaningful. It's the same thing like the psychopaths who put the milk first before the cereal. God is watching you for these actions, and he don't like it.
This giraffe was trying to help this turtle move quicker. He must feel so sorry for him. He's like, I'll help you go quicker, friend. Look at him. Oh, man. They must be friends. Look at that. That's a true friend right there.
Fucking explain to me how a fucking waterfall works. Where does this fucking water come from? It just unlimited water comes down forever, and then you might say, oh, it comes from like a lake or an ocean. What, there's an ocean on top of the fucking mountain? Where the fuck?
When I tell y'all you're not ready for this connection, you are not ready for this connection. You know how they say America has no kings, like, oh, it's a democracy? I'm about to put y'all on. Do you guys remember that girl, that little girl that spent her entire summer studying the genealogy of all the presidents and came to find out that they're all long lost cousins besides one? Yes, all of them besides one are related, and the one is not Barack Obama just because he's black. I know that you're thinking that, you little racist. I think it was Van Buren because he came from Dutch descent. I don't know. Do you guys know who the common person in their genealogy was? His name was King John Lackland. And you're probably like, who was King John Lackland? Well, I'm gonna tell you. King John is actually the villain that is the main antagonist in Robin Hood, you know, the one that's trying to steal from all the people. Yeah. In 1215, King John was forced to sign a document, and this document was none other than the famous Magna Carta. The Magna Carta is basically what tells us that all people are created equal. We are not just a number, we are not just based off our wealth, we have rights. Okay? Now, the reason why the Magna Carta even came in place, this is why you have to pay attention to history class, because knowledge is power. The reason why this even came into place was because King John Lackland was so evil to the people he was ruling over, basically made it so that wealth was power. And if you didn't have that wealth, if you did not have that money, you were less than the scum of the earth. It was the king, the wealthy, the commoners, then the peasants. Most people were the peasants. Being a peasant meant they could do anything and everything to you. The commoners or the peasants would pay their money for where they lived to the landlords, and the landlords would pay their money to the king. So basically it was this unfair circle of wealth. Does that not sound like the America we live in today and have been for how long now? Makes you wonder. It's definitely giving these presidents act just like they long lost cousins. Y'all really think you have a say in who gets in the presidency? They're all related. It's all a joke. It's all a show, guys. Like, it's all a show. Are we gonna talk about the fact that the Walton family that owns Walmart has more stakes in the game than we do when it comes to choosing our president? Guys, at the end of the day, it's like, it's all a game. All of it's a game. I've been told y'all that there's witchcraft all in the English language. I've been told y'all that. There is a creator called The Liberator. He explained this so perfectly. Like, when I tell you, my mind was blown. So basically, you guys know how we talk about maritime law and how the elites or the people up there, oh, TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only, none of it's true. I don't want to get banned. I don't. And I already told y'all that those certain higher-ups serve the enemy. And by the enemy, I am specifically talking about what I believe to be water demons, starting all the way back in the Babylonian era, being Dagon. Y'all, these are fallen angels. Like, they're literally worshiping fallen angels. And why do you think I say that? It's because they literally practice maritime law, which is the law of the sea, in our money. Our money all has to do with terms about water, liquidation, cash flow, currency. Guys, come on. In maritime law, having to do with money essentially makes it so that you're not looked at as a person, you're looked at as property and something to be acquired. Again, the content creator Liberator came up with this, not me. I don't steal content. But yeah, so he basically said that the reason why ships having to do with water, again, are always she, like the ships are called she, is because they carry cargo and that cargo has to be delivered. Now, when we are birthed, like when our moms, being women, they have us, they conceive and they bring us to term, they deliver us to doctors, the dock, ships delivering cargo to the dock, our moms delivering in the hospital, and the doctor delivered. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? Like, when I tell you guys, it's insane. Like, this whole thing is crazy. You can literally trace all of this back to Bible times. Like, you can trace all of this, like, water worship to Bible times. Why do y'all think, like, sirens are so big? And, like, look at Starbucks. Hello? Like, have you looked at the logo, actually? Have you actually looked at the logo? And then after hearing that what sirens are really from the Book of Enoch, it's all making sense. Okay, y'all, if you want another video on this or part 2, let me know, because I'm already at 4 minutes and guys, I'm just yapping. Okay, it's just so crazy. I literally cannot. How is this going over people's heads? Like, do y'all really think that America has no kings? They literally keep it in the family. Why do you think the kings procreated with their own, like, daughters and nieces and stuff? Because they wanted to keep it in the family. America most definitely has kings. They just want to make you believe that they don't.
When you grow up middle class or lower middle class, you just keep finding out about all the things other people's parents are paying for. Like, when I went to college, it was a culture shock to find out that everybody's parents were paying for their college and mine weren't. And then when I graduated and I moved to a city, it was shocking to find out that everybody's parents were pitching or paying for their entire rent. And now, as I'm getting older, I'm finding out that everybody's parents are paying for their weddings and will eventually give them a couple $100,000 for their down payment. Don't try and keep up with the Joneses when the Joneses have very rich parents.
Anybody got any idea what these are? They plastic, but they all the same shape. Lady come in here with a flat and said, I just need a plug real quick, I'm in a hurry. So one of my guys stuck a plug in one and noticed it was leaking in another spot, stuck a plug in it. It's got another one there, and we spun the tire. She's got about 5 or 6 of these things stuck all the way around the tire. And I'm just trying to figure out what they are. They're just little sharp pieces of plastic. They all the same shape and size and just weird. I'm just not 100% sure what they could be. Little sharp plastic teeth like that. Of course, I ain't no telling, but she said she went down old gravel road and picked them up. I just ain't never seen nothing like that. But man, they stuck all around this tire, 7 different spots.
I take the dogs out, and this is where they're sniffing. That's not the electrical line. That is a snake. What in the country crack hell is this? And how am I supposed to get that out? What the what is happening? Dude, you couldn't find somewhere else to decide you were done with life? I mean, seriously? What? Come on.
You think artificial intelligence is not a threat, but the creator of OpenAI, which is the most famous artificial intelligence company in the world, walks around with a backpack with a kill switch for the artificial intelligence in case it gains consciousness and takes over the world at any second. This is the person that created ChatGPT, by the way. He walks around with a backpack with a kill switch for the artificial intelligence because he's worried that it'll gain consciousness.
I have been looking for this dog for a half an hour. Benzie! Benzie, I have been calling your name. Benzie! I thought you got eaten by a hawk or something.
Jess.
He's Rita. He's right here. He's right here. Calm down. Calm down. Shit. Lost our baby for a minute.
I just experienced one of the wildest things that I have ever experienced in my entire career as a psychic alchemist. I'm going to put a trigger warning here for psychosis or anyone who is not grounded enough to receive what I am about to say. If you are not psychologically, spiritually well, if you are ungrounded, please scroll, maybe bookmark, and come back to it when you are prepared. I am going to sound crazy, and I'm okay with that. I just worked with a woman who died in a parallel reality. So bear with me, okay? What happened was this, and I'm explaining to her this scene as I'm watching. She doesn't know what's wrong with her. She just has these health issues. She tells me she has health issues. She doesn't know why. And I tell her what I'm seeing. She's walking down a sidewalk, and I see something falling from like the top of a building split her in the head. She's dead, but she's not dead because that didn't happen to her. That happened in a different reality, and she's now in the timeline where crisis was averted and she didn't actually die from that. However, the version of her who did die is paralyzed, still stuck on that sidewalk. I know how I sound, and I'm okay with that. So she tells me that she has had this weight on top of her head since one day she's in Chicago on a sidewalk when she got like this really weird random feeling. That felt like, did I have too much caffeine? I don't know what's going on. She's hearing her phone ring before her phone actually rings. All of those things were her and this other timeline crossing. In that moment, another version of her died. But she, in this version of reality, did not. And she said she had always wondered, did she die that day? Because it didn't make sense how her life drastically changed. She asked if I could tell when this happened. I said, feels like 2019, but I'm getting the number 23. Does that mean something? She says she thinks she was in Chicago that day, 2019, on the 23rd of some month. How I fixed it was that I went into the timeline where she's stuck, paralyzed, in shock, that version of her. I had to clear the shock from that version, pour it out of the body, and then I had to mend the brain damage, heal the brain damage, like actually in her head. As I'm working on it, she feels everything that I'm doing. She said for the first time in 5 years, she no longer feels that sensation at the top of her head. I did other work in helping her to close out that loop because, okay, even if on that day you died in a different reality. Why are you still feeling affected by it? So we had to essentially close that out, clean it up energetically, heal that soul fragment and return that soul fragment back to the rest of her soul, like do all the integration stuff. And it's like she came home. She came home. For the last imagine living 5 years of your life not knowing what is wrong with you, just having a bunch of random health issues and sensitivities, and it's because of that. While it sounds crazy, she had her own suspicions, which she did not share with me. I just saw it on my own. She just kept yelling, shut up, because it happened on the sidewalk. She's like, yes, that happened in Chicago, tall buildings. In this other timeline, it's like somebody either threw something out of a window or from the top of a building and it hit her in the head and she died, like a freak accident. However, her soul decided, not today. I have so much more that I want to do. I'm not going. I've never encountered this before. This might be like one of the coolest, can I say that? It might be one of the coolest things that I've ever seen. And I see some cool shit every day, man. But this is one of them things.
What? Good web source. To be honest, all I can say is this. We all have different perspectives on everything and most things. What really matters is your perspective here. Leave it down below in the comment section and let us know what you think. Thanks for watching up to this point. It's been a pleasure being with you. These videos that you've just seen, if you think they are interesting, my friend, that is just the tip of the iceberg. What lies below is extremely even more interesting. Let's dive in, continue watching together and hit that like button. Good vibes all the way.
Things they don't want you to know, part 1. That you can get high on your own supply. Hang in there with me. While I'm a big proponent of exploring plant medicines for spiritual growth and evolution, they're not necessary. The reason people usually seek them out is to secrete DMT from your pineal gland. And the reason that people seek out plant medicines for this because DMT is known as the God molecule. It essentially allows you to connect with higher levels of consciousness, higher levels of awareness. But like we're told that DMT is only secreted when we're born and when we die, when we're dying. But that's not true. You can secrete DMT when you're alive, and the way that I am trained in helping people achieve that outcome is through a 3-part conscious connected breath pattern. So essentially what you're doing is you are breathing deeply into your body in a 3-part conscious connected breath, meaning that you're not stopping. It's a cyclical breath pattern. And when you're breathing like this, essentially what you're doing is you are moving lymph throughout your body, blood, and all the fluids in your body. You're moving it around the outer layer of the brain and in the inner layer of the brain where the pineal gland exists. So when you have the cerebral spinal fluid moving over this part of the pineal gland, something happens called the piezoelectric effect. Without getting too sciencey or going into like the chemistry and physics of it all, which essentially what is happening is you are breathing, right? Creating this artificial pump that moves the cerebral spinal fluid throughout the outside of the brain, and then it goes to the inner part of the brain where the pineal gland exists. And with that pressure, with the movement of the fluid, you're gently like squeezing it. And when you can gently squeeze it, you are stimulating the release of DMT. And if you're wanting to know more on this specific topic or just even more on the 3-part conscious connected breath pattern that I facilitate, you're going to want to go ahead, like and save this video because of course I'm going to be sharing more because this shit is so cool.
Whoa. What is this? It's an insect. This one is an insect. It's on the windscreen of a car. What is it doing? What is it up to? Is it inside the glass or... This insect has pierced the windscreen of a car. This is the... no. Does it have superpowers or what's up? Is this normal? That is crazy stuff. And now what's going on here? What's happening? What is this being stocked in this thing? He's making meat. No, I don't think this is what is meat. Meat, English people. Is this? These are bones, rib bones.
Is that food? The top or do you fall down? See, no.
What capillary action here is what the trees are doing. Don't think they are peeing or something like that. What's happening here? What's this good vibe soul having? Is this a plant? Or what is this, guys? Oh my god, don't tell me they want to feed on this one. It's a sea cucumber. Allegedly, this is a sea cucumber. Hey, there's weird things in the sea there.
Straszne geldi buraya. Evet, kaç arpa bedeni. Bedeler öldü polyalar. Kaç et arpan talkal bıraktı.
Littlefoot, can you take a picture? He's so tall. Dang, Littlefoot. Big old naked thing. It's okay. Okay. He said, no. Here. Anything shiny. Oh boy. Hi, everybody. Dang, you're so tall and strong. Look at you. You look so good. Shiny, shiny. Ow, that one really hurt.
You're all gonna think I'm crazy, but there is a baby dragon on the top of that tree. Wait for it to move, wait for it to fly, and then tell me I'm crazy. It's right there. I'm staring at it. There it goes. I told you.
Disappointed.
Aye. Oh my god. Aye. Is that an animal in the water or what's up? Are you seeing that in the river down there? What? Is that a mermaid? No way, no way, no way. What's going on in that river? I've seen some creatures, but they are not clear. What could those creatures be? Wow, 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 wow. This one, my friend, it reminds me of why it is really fearsome entering in the waters. Look at these creatures. Oh my god. Aye. Wow. Or this new variety of crocs. Anyway, on more strange stuff. Look at this. This is in English lands. The things I've been seeing here about going on in English lands have been more surprising even than most movies. Look at this. The sky is glittering or glitching. What could be going on there? Is this some real effect or lightning just decided to overdo things on that day? What is this? English people, are you doing things with the skies or what's up? Could this be a storm on a stormy day? What type of storm is this? This one is scary, man. Oh my god. Wow, 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 wow. The things going on in the world. It feels like we are in two different worlds right now in English lands. Because the things we've been seeing here, yeah, it's extremely peaceful in this side of the world, you see. Apart from some few corruption here and there in the government, nothing much. But now I see in English lands there is crazy things going on in the sky. They see weird things. Now we are seeing crazy phenomena like this ones of the weather. What could be going on? You guys really need to check yourselves and unite. You see, look at this in the waters. Oh ho! Some fish here are having some fun activity. And what are they doing? What is this? This is another place, my friends. You have seen. This is a ghost. Hiya. Whoa! No, 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 no. Is a creature from space? No. It's a bush. I don't know what that is. Now there's this good web source doing some incredible stuff. This looks
O povo de Deus,
Rồi, đi. Xuống. Má nghiệp tới.
Kéo ra rồi cái này.
Kìa, nó đi kìa, nó đi kìa, kìa, nó đi kìa. Đó, đi kìa, đi kìa, đi kìa, đi kìa. Đi luôn hết luôn. Rồi. Được chưa? Chuyện luôn rồi, nước cắt nữa. Chưa đâu, ngoài kia tới 10 mấy mét. Đó. Đang xuống.
Có quay phim nào không?
Có đang quay.
Anh Hải quay phim lên Hải.
Cái móng cậu ngoài rồi đó.
Ông chịu chứ ghế tôi không chịu?
Hả?
Chứ ghế tôi à. Rồi ổn đó. Cũng nhiều ổn đó.
Nước lên. Nước đúng rồi, nước lên nó cúp cái nữa. Cúp rồi gì?
Không, cúp đây đẳng chưa cúp đấy.
Đây cúp chỗ này với đằng kia.
Okay. Oh, wow. Look at another place here. Crazy weather. Crazy weather. And the good vibes guy here is driving on such type of weather. Wow. Is this really completely safe? Is it this rain or is this wind or what's up? I can't even see clear. How is this guy seeing? How is he knowing how to drive? It's like the good vibes guy here has crammed the road. Or are you guys even seeing in front? I can barely see nothing here apart from the trees. Oh, you can follow the lights of the cars in front. But this is extremely scary. You mean all this is rain or is fog stuff? What's going on? Oh man, I don't think it's safe driving on such roads. But this is weird thing. My friends, we are living in crazy times. You see? Wow. Whoa, my God. This is... Wow. God. Hey, here every day I get surprised. I see things that my brain is having difficulties to comprehend. This is rain, my friends. Some people... Oh, this is not... I can't see nothing. How is this guy seeing?